What's going on, Blossom's back, and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives, and today let's just get into it. Go into buy cars, and we're gonna look at a really special pack that doesn't come out as often as you think it does, and that is indeed the Motorsport Carbon Fiber. I would play the Hallelujah theme song. I have done that before, and I got copyright striked. I don't know why, okay? The Hallelujah song came out, like, a million years ago. I shouldn't be getting copyright strike for that, but I did. I guess the composer, who is somewhere in heaven, or I guess he copyright strikes me, so he's in hell. It was like, oh my god, I made this song 200 years ago, but you still can't use it, even though legally I should be able to use it, because the song, you know, when a song hits a certain age, then you can actually use it. I don't know, man, but I used that theme song, that Hallelujah song, when I won the demon on the first time, and that video got copyright strike. But I didn't care. I left the music there. It's just that it's not monetized. Whatever. It is how it is. It is what it is. But yeah, we got the Motorsport Carbon Fiber. Now, I've reviewed this pack before, but this was the first ever carbon fiber I ever reviewed. In fact, this is like the anniversary, I guess you can say, of what you can get from that pack. And the first time I made this video was like, what, 3-4 updates ago? So a lot of new cars have been added to the Motorsport Carbon Fiber, and I have to say, this pack has withstood the test of time, okay? Because from the 3 new updates that we had, from the last time I reviewed this pack, that is what, Great Exhibition, European Revolution, and American Frontier, the pack has only matured like a fine wine. It has actually gotten better. It used to be good, now it's great. And why I'm making a video on this pack again is because I need to let you guys know, you know, if you have saved up gold, this is the time to spend it. I genuinely condone this, okay? Like, this is, in a lot of people's opinions, including my own, from an unbiased standpoint, because my favorite pack is the Dodge Carbon Fiber, but the Motorsport Carbon Fiber is the best pack in the game, and I have to make a video about it, because most of the time I make a what you can get from that pack, I'm usually roasting the pack, because usually the packs at Hutch release are really bad. That being said though, these ones are absolutely amazing. So let's click all cars and let me show you the rundown. We have 14 legendaries, 25 epics, 18 ultra rares, and I can tell you right now, most of them are really damn good. So let's get into it. Starting off with the ultras, and of course I will highlight the new cars that have been added to this pack. So new ones would be what, the Opel Adam R2, because this was Great Exhibition. That is an amazing car, one of the best cars for clubs. When it comes to front wheel drive off-road, you only really have 2 options. If you want to get MVP, if you want to get top 10 in clubs, easy money, front wheel drive off-road, there are only 2 cars that you really want: Adam R2 and the Adam R2 and the Corsa Super 1600. And guess what? You can get both of them in this pack. It's funny because before European Revolution, the, I guess, quote-unquote best Peugeot was also unpackable from this pack. I remember in the past when I reviewed this pack, I was like, oh yeah, you could get the best Peugeot in the game. But now that isn't the case anymore. Actually, you still can kind of get the best Peugeot in the game because they added the new legendary off-roader, but we'll get to that in a bit, okay? So we're starting off strong with, you know, 2 good cars, 2 decent cars. It's the 205. The 205 is decent, right? And the Sierra RS500, once again, is decent because it's super niche. It's in that not RQ80, but 1980 year requirement, medium ground clearance. It handles pretty well, and the MRA is pretty strong, and the top speed is pretty high. It's a little bit of an all-rounder, but you know, for the niche that it sets in, you know, 1980s, it's not bad of a car. The Clio sucks though. The Clio sucks. I remember the last time I opened this Motorsport Carbon Fiber, I got the Clio RS, which is like the worst car you can get from the pack, which made me really sad. Moving on with the Birdcage. The Birdcage to me is a little bit underwhelming, but it is, you know, a pre-1960s car, so whenever that event shows up, that's like one of the best bets to get. I think it's only second to the DB3S, which you can also get from the pack. But yeah, why I don't like the Birdcage, why I don't think the Birdcage is very good, is because the Birdcage is just a worse version of the DB3S. You know what I mean? It has the same 0 to 60, the top speed is almost identical, but the DB3S has better handling, and it has a lot better MRA. So I would say not a lot better. I mean, this is what, 85 MRA or something like that? No, this has less than 85 MRA. It hits 85 handling, but I know that this has like 88 MRA. The DB3S is absolutely amazing, okay? And then you have cars like the Evo 1, and you have cars like the Alfetta. You know, they're both super niche cars. I actually, I'm a huge fan of the Evo 1. I think the Evo 1 is an amazing car. You know, great niche for saloon events, because if I do remember, it is a saloon. It's 4-wheel drive, 90 handling, medium ground clearance. It's just great for like kind of wet saloon, low RQ-ish kind of event. These are all amazing cars, I have to say. Besides like the Clio and the Birdcage, everything else I would be happy with getting. The Birdcage is like, it's decent to have one, but the thing about the Birdcage is that you don't really use it as much. I know it's a little contradictory when I say that this is RS500 is a bit of an all-rounder, but in a good sense, but this is a bit of an all-rounder, but in a bad sense. I know it doesn't sound like I make any sense right now. A lot of the word sense being used, but the thing is, the fact that this is medium kind of boosts it a lot, you know, like low ground clearance cars are a dime a dozen. You need to stand out if you're a low ground clearance car. For a medium ground clearance car, you kind of already stand out by being medium ground clearance, because that is a pretty niche category in itself. You know what I mean? So for the medium ground clearance car to be an all-rounder, I would give it more of a positive than the low ground clearance car being an all-rounder. That's why I say that the RS500 is better than the Birdcage, even though they're both all-rounders anyway. But like I said, you know, once again, DB3S is just a better version of the Birdcage. But anyway, moving on. I hope that makes sense, or made sense. We have the Ford Escort Rally spec, needs no introduction, absolutely amazing. With the Silvia 240, now the Silvia 240 RS is trash. It's actually pretty trash, but the main reason why you kind of also need it is because when it comes to Japanese off-road, there isn't much to offer. Like, this kind of is the pinnacle. This and the Datsun. Now, I still think that the Datsun is better, and fear not, because you can also get the Datsun from this pack, I think. No, you can't? Oh yeah, you can. There you go. Datsun 240Z rally car. And I have to say, the Super Airs are still really good, okay? The Super Airs are still really good. I'm not going to review the Super Airs, but they're all really good. Like, literally, like, what? Abarth 131, 240Z. It's basically an off-road pack, which is what you want with the slick tires, like the Clio Cup car, Turbo Europa Cup, T2R2. Like they're all really good. I have them all maxed. But yeah, like I said, it's super niche in a sense where you kind of need it for Japanese off-road, but outside of Japanese off-road, it's a trash car overall. That being said, though, you still need it, you know? So it's still a car that you kind of want to get, but only one. But moving on to the rest of the Ultras, we have the TCR, the 924, the 030, the Evo 4, and the 037 Rally, and the RS200. All absolutely chef kisses, okay? All these cars, instant max. In fact, how many of these are actually Blossom choices? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Blossom choices, and then we have the 030 and the 924. The 030, a lot of people said should be a Blossom choice. I'd give it a 9 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10, but like I said, it's a 9 out of 10. It's still an amazing car. 924, it was on the short list for Blossom choice, but you know, at the end of the day, after the buff that the 037 got, it kind of just yeeted out the 924 from the competition. But that being said, though, they're still amazing cars, you know? They're still amazing cars. The only, like, dark horse, or not dark horse, because dark horse is a good thing, right? So I would say dead horse would be the Subaru Impreza WRX. This thing is absolute garbage. It's overrated to hell, and it should not be RQ64. The only thing that is bad about the motorsport packs are the Japanese cars. I'm legit serious. You know, the WRX or the WRXs, you know, the Hawkeye, some of the Evos besides the 2 RQ79s, they're all trash. You know, that's the thing that pushes this pack down. But that being said, even with those cars taken into account, this is still the best pack that you can ever unpack in the game. I swear to God. But yeah, amazing stuff. So at the end of the day, when it comes to Ultras, I'd be happy with anything I get besides what? The WRX, the Silvia, but that's only because I already have a Silvia. So if you don't have a Silvia, you should be happy to get the first one. And the Clio RS and the Birdcage. That's 4 cars, like 3-4 cars. Like everything else I'd be happy to get. I'm really tempted to open this, but I recently just opened an Aston CF, and like, it's not like, does it look like I made of money? No, I don't even have sleeves on my shirt, boy. But anyway, moving on to Epics now. Amazing stuff. So we got some new acquisitions, right? Some new cars like the 306 Maxi, the 208 T16, the 207 S2000. Guess what? All these cars are new and they're all amazing. They're fantastic little machines. This car max it out 3,599. This one max it out what 3,399, I think 100. And then, you know, Peugeot 206. It's the best front wheel drive car in the game that isn't a prize car. Okay, like these are amazing new additions. These are cars that have been added to the motorsport pack that I did not review the last time, and 100% of them are amazing. Okay, you have the Stratus Evo's, which is okay. Hello, phone. And then we all, I need to silence you. And then we have cars like the Fiat. Okay, now the Fiat and the Evo, like I said, that pushes the pack down. Like I said, a lot of the Japanese cars kind of push the pack down. The Maxi Turbo, fantastic car. Impreza and the Evo, once again, are trash. The M3 CRT is trash, and this thing's trash as well. But really, like, this is the closest thing we can get to greatness, even though they're a bunch of trash. You know, the 124 is good. It's, you know, incredibly light. It handles well. The 0 to 60 is low. The XJ13 is an amazing machine. You know, style icon, one of the best style icon cars in the game. Literally, style icon is what? This and the Aventador. Is this and the Aventador. So it's a huge jump, you know, but the XJ13 is great. The AMG is a bit of a letdown. The Evo, like I said, basically if it's Japanese, it's a letdown, okay? But let's look at the newer cars, all right? So once again, the only two Japanese cars in this pack that aren't letdowns would be these two RQ79s, the Evo 10 and the Evo 9 MR FQ360. Everything else is Japanese in this pack, kind of trash. But besides that, you know, everything else besides the Japanese are great. So let's look at the two further new acquisitions from American Frontier, the Mustang GT4 and the Mustang FR500 GT. Once again, I think we can all agree, these cars are absolutely fantastic. You know what would really destroy a motorsport carbon fiber? I mean this, okay? And I know this is a hot take. If we ever get a new Japanese update, it will destroy the motorsport carbon fiber, because they would add so many four-wheel drive, medium ground clearance, trash epics like we've seen earlier with the Subarus and the Mitsubishis that nobody gives a damn about, and they're just gonna overfill this pack with all that garbage. That is going to be a sad day. I know it's probably gonna be a happy day for all those little children that wants a Japanese update, but for the motorsport carbon fiber, in terms of the motorsport carbon fiber, it's gonna be a sad day, because they're just gonna add in all the crappy Subarus that nobody really cares about, and the Mitsubishis that aren't the best. So, you know, yeah, I'm not really looking forward to the motorsport carbon fiber being destroyed. But look at everything else we can get. We have the Banana. One of the best French epics in the game. We have the Tuscan race car. We have the XJS TWR, which has 100 MRA, or like 98 MRA, something like that. Also 98 handling at the same time. And of course, we have the Lancer Evo X. How many Blossom choices do we have in this screenshot alone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 5. Literally, like, this is an amazing pack. Fantastic little pack right here. And of course, once again, we move to the Legendaries. And I have to say, for the epics, although I roasted the Mitsubishis and the Subarus a lot, at the end of the day, although they're trash epics, they're epics nonetheless. So you will get use out of them in a sense that they are food for your Legendaries. So it's not all bad. It's not all bad. But yeah, moving on to Legendaries now. Let's go. Once again, new acquisition, Peugeot 206 WRC. One of the best Peugeots in the game, one of the best unpackable off-road tire cars in the game. 3.90 to 60, 89 handling, off-road tires and four-wheel drive, and medium ground clearance to follow suit. We also have, you know, the Lancia Delta, HF Integrale, and the HF Integrale Evolution. Those cars speak for themselves. The Opel Kadett is amazing, and you know, a lot of people will argue it's one of the best RQ80 Legendaries in the game. We have the R390, which has MRA out of hell, like 100 plus. We have the XJR15, which is just a better version of the R390, because once again, MRA out of hell. Also, it's a Jag, so a lot of people would love that. Monte Carlo Turbo, MRA out of hell, handles really well. 0 to 60 is not that low. Look at me saying 3.5, 0 to 60 is not that low, but that's just the truth. And then of course the ECV, 2.4, 0 to 60, insanity. Four-wheel drive, 88 handling, performance tires, which means you can use it in the rain for now, but let's look at it. It does not have performance tires. Look at that. Look at how smooth that is. Look at how smooth that's not performance tires, chief. It's a four-wheel drive slick tire car. And of course, like I said, we have a bunch of new great exhibition cars, because I didn't review it last time. We have the 12C GT3 with the 720S GT3. Actually, we have the Opel Kadett as well, that counted, and the 650S GT3. Literally, like, you know what, 95 handling, 96 handling, 97 handling. And then you have the Porsche 917, which although it's 90 handling, has like, what, 100 MRA? And then the 962, which also has like 1,000,000 MRA. Like, at the end of the day, when it comes to the Legendaries, like, they're all good, right? They have they're just all amazing, all right? Because if they don't have like 100 MRA, they have like what, 95 handling, 97 handling. And if they don't have 97 handling, guess what? They have like 100 MRA. And if they have neither, it's probably because it's an off-road tire 4-wheel drive beast. This pack is so damn good. I really want to open it, but like I said, I just opened Aston CFs, and it's not like I made money, so I can't do it. But it's so good. It's so good. I didn't even talk about the RSR. The RSR is fantastic. Like, literally, the weakest part about this pack is just the mid-tier epics, you know, like the M3 CRTs, the WRX. Like, these cars don't even need to be here, to be honest. They really don't need to be here. I feel like Hutch added them on purpose because they're bad. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what was the strategic point behind it, but, like, this pack is still amazing. Absolutely amazing. When you think about it, the new cars that have added into this pack, like I said, is aged like a fine wine, right? GT4, FR500, the Peugeot 207, the 208, the 306 Maxi. It's just getting better. But like I said, I hope I'm wrong, but if there is a new Japanese update, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna tank the value of this pack to hell. But that being said though, right now at this moment, as I review it, as you are watching, go and open this pack, man. I mean, as you are watching, I would say as of March 9th, 2021. But man, this is such a good pack. So if you've been saving your gold, I would fully condone opening this pack for these cars. These cars are fantastic. They are going to help you in clubs. They're going to help you in the Yellowbird. They're going to help you in multiplayer events. The only thing that they won't really help you on is in the rain, because most of them are slick tires. But who really cares? Because for that slick tires, you're getting a low 0 to 60 and a very, very high handling count, and possibly even amazing MRA on some of these cars. So once again, I digress, guys. One of the best packs in the game. Go crazy. Open them. They are absolutely fantastic. But that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I hoped I gave you this warning. It's not a warning. It's a recommendation. You should go for it. Not often do we get good packs being released, and you know, this really is a good pack being released for all players. You know, like it's fantastic. It is fantastic. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Remember to stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.